the greatest concern I have in all this, it's what concern do I have in my work? Well, I say my greatest concern in all this because this is my work. I mean, who is a Catholic theologian or a Catholic ethicist or a Christian theologian or a Christian ethicist for that matter? It's someone who speaks out of and back into the faith community. Now, sometimes we don't know that for 100 years, you know. There were some people in the time of Thomas Aquinas who said he didn't count as a Christian theologian. Well, you know, give 100 years, you know he did. So it's not something you can, here's the orthodoxy test, this is what, so you get to do your work. No, I mean, we try to do what we can do the best we can. What are my greatest concerns? That we will not be afraid, that we will follow the questions where they lead us, that we will try to be responsible in our study of them and in our sharing of the results of our study, our thought, our prayer. At the heart of that, we have to address questions of the relation of the church to the world, whether it's serving the world or whether it's either by being countercultural or by transforming the culture, or whether it's a stumbling block to actually progress that could be made in the world, which is possible. The church doesn't think up all the new ideas that are good for humanity. We hopefully have some very important and even distinctive wisdom, but it isn't that we always get the good ideas first. I mean, I think, for example, take issues of sexism. None of the Christian churches were at the forefront on that to start with. It took some economic changes, first of all, for the questions even to be raised. In time, the churches are on the frontier on those questions and approach them better or worse. And some theologians are working on them in this way and some in that way. But anyway, church in relation to the world, that's critical. We have to get our own act together. We have to understand our own faith and what it calls us to. And in the Catholic Church in particular, I mean, I often have people say, the questions, especially in ethics, are so controversial. How is it possible to keep working at these questions? And, well, in one part, I say, well, theologians have a task to help the church understand. I mean, not because theologians are smarter than anybody, but that's their task. They're supposed to be thinking about these things and engaging others and relating to church leadership, etc. And the fact that we have controversy, I mean, that's not necessarily bad, as long as it doesn't shut down the enterprise. And I sometimes put it this way, the Catholic Church is now the only place in the world where you can engage in sort of cosmic level struggles about ideas and actions. So the fact that we disagree, the fact that those disagreements are raised to a kind of global level of controversy, that's not bad. I mean, the world needs a faith community that's willing to do that. And I don't think we have to settle all the questions in order to bear witness, an important witness to our faith, to the world. In fact, the willingness to address these questions together, to create a community of discourse, to also enter into dialogue with those not in our community, not in any community, for instance, with science, with technology. This is a witness in itself. These questions are serious. Some answers are ruled out. Those that we still consider are all important, and we have to get greater insight. So I haven't been completely, I haven't given you an outlined answer to those questions, but I'm trying to give some perspectives on them, I guess, that I think are coherent and indicate the urgency that I feel about the theological enterprise.